The head of climate change at OECD, Simon Buckle, noted that although overall countries have made tremendous progress, more still needed to be done if governments are to meet their own targets.
Overall, countries are making progress. They're making pledges that are contributing to mitigation efforts. But if they're to meet their own targets, they will need to step up those efforts. What we're seeing is that to meet the post-2020 targets, most countries will need to accelerate their decarbonisation efforts.
A summit in Paris is supposed to agree a global accord for tackling climate change in December. But a last week of negotiations on the draft text, which began in Germany on Monday, got off to a stormy start, with developing nations saying their demands had been omitted from the pared-down 20-page draft.
This is an urgent issue, but it's also a long-term issue. We have to have a transformation of the economy over this century from where we are now, a very fossil-intensive growth model, to something that's near zero emissions in net terms by the end of the century. That's hard to imagine from where we start now, but we have to begin, and these commitments represent a very positive step forward.
Developing countries said the draft drawn up by two senior diplomats favored rich nations and failed to stress that developed nations needed to take the lead in cutting greenhouse gas emissions and to provide far more aid and clean energy technology. Celestine Carone, CCTV.